to me, I mean, that guy balled out for the Cincinnati Bengals this year. I know they didn't make the playoffs, but I mean, that don't matter. He balled like he was a, first team all pro guy out there out on the field, just launching it up to Jamar Chase and company. And he came through, man. It's just they don't get a lot of coverage at as well, like a lot of press in the media, so you don't hear much about him. That's why you were talking that's why I should go to Cincinnati as well to, bring a little bit more hype to that, position there in Cincinnati because they have a quality guy. I put him as first team.
Let's get to
Mhm.
quarterback for the all dudes team, first and second team, quarterback of the all dudes team. First team for me, Patrick Mahomes.
Really, you're going with Patrick Mahomes? I'm going to go against that, Jules. I'm going to put Joe Burrow as the first teamer
Joe
here
Burrow.
in this situation.
Ooh, I
I don't
like
even
that.
know if he's on the list. He's not even a candidate. But to me, I mean, that guy balled out for the Cincinnati Bengals this year. I know they didn't make the playoffs, but I mean, that don't matter. He balled like he was a, first team all pro guy out there out on the field, just launching it up to Jamar Chase and company. And he came through, man. It's just they don't get a lot of coverage at as well, like a lot of press in the media, so you don't hear much about him. That's why you were talking that's why I should go to Cincinnati as well to, bring a little bit more hype to that, position there in Cincinnati because they have a quality guy. I put him as first team.
I'll give you first team because he had numbers. He played an elite year to a point where we've never seen someone play that well and not make the playoffs.
Mhm.
Now, the playoff thing, that's crazy, but if we were to build a team right now, I wouldn't mind putting Joe Burrow because Joe Burrow knows how to play with not great offensive line play. Joe Burrow knows how to be productive when things aren't going great for the, in general for the offensive unit. That guy just balls regardless. It reminds me a lot of
Mhm.
the Brady factor. You know what I mean? Brady, even when our O-line wasn't blocking the best, he used to get the ball out quick, get it to his playmakers. He changed the play, figure a way out, gut through. He definitely does that. Second team's got to be Patrick Mahomes then, bro.
Mhm. Yeah, Patrick Mahomes, second team for sure. I mean, what about Josh Allen though? I mean, he was MVP of the league.
He didn't win. He didn't beat.
You're right.
You can't put Patrick. You cannot not have Patrick Mahomes in top two.
Mhm.
And I'll give you Burrow.
All
And
right.
I like that Burrow pick, but Patrick Mahomes has to be in the second. I love Josh Allen. I
All
love
right.
that.
All
But
right. I mean,
no one's willed their team to win like
mhm.
Patrick Mahomes.
I mean, he did have another kid. He went 15-2, third straight Super Bowl appearance. I mean, Joe Burrow as well almost threw for 5,000 yards this year. He had 43 touchdowns. And is there any one that's more of a dude than Joe Burrow as well? And same with Patrick Mahomes when you were telling the story about him on a previous show about, pounding some beers with him back in the day when he was right before he was a rookie. So, I'm just glad that you agree with me with Joe Burrow being the first team.
Yeah. But if like we were shipped to a planet in a different galaxy,
What planet? What's the name of the planet?
I mean, the scientific name's probably like G45864 because it's in a you would take a black hole to a completely different galaxy. So it's like essentially the same planet as Earth, but it's G564069. And if you were to take it one quarterback there to like try to make quarterbacks on that land, I'm taking Patrick Mahomes, bro.
Mhm. I
But
feel you on that because
or Joe
Mahomes
Burrow.
because Mahomes I understand. I would take Patrick Mahomes too in that situation because Mahomes can adjust to all situations of football, and that's why their team went to the Super Bowl once again, and that's why Joe Burrow's team didn't make it to the playoffs. That was a
Now
good explanation
Joey
right
got to
there.
stay. Joe's got to get it going here, man. I love
Mhm.
they gotta. I don't know, man. You can't not make the playoffs.
You got to. You can't start slow. They gotta fix that somehow, some way this offseason. They can't start slow. That loss to the Patriots at the beginning of the year is why they didn't make the playoffs.
1000%. Like, but they have never started fast. Like, you got to change something in order to get change.
Sign the Gronkster. Sign him.
Sign the Gronkster. All right, let's go to receiver. All dudes team.
I mean, this is going to be easy. I'm already going to tell you whose first team is right now, right off the bat. I'm going to go with Jamar Chase. I mean, he's triple crown, and that's just enough said. I mean, the guy is thick. He's a speedster. He's got a deep ball. He's got the short game. He's just overall the best wide receiver in the game. His numbers proved it once again this year, Jules.
I think him, 1 and 2, him and Justin Jefferson. I mean, he just had the triple crown. I think that flip-flops, depending on the year with those two, because they both fucking just eat. They just eat. And I love Justin Jefferson. I saw him at the Super Bowl. I love his attitude.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you could tell he's a cool, like, he reminds me of like how you were as a superstar.
Mm-hmm.
When you have a superstar that like wants everyone to get fed, that's cool. That's like, and you could just tell that vibe. He wants success for the team. That's a humble way of being. And you can feel that with Justin Jefferson. It's not just his production, his elite athleticism. It's how he is as a leader that I fucking love with Justin Jefferson. Receiver easy, 1, 2, Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase. Jamar Chase being first team, Justin Jefferson being second team. Let's go to slot. We got a slot.
It should be named after you, Jules, the squirrely slot, because you kind of created the slot position a little bit. I mean, you didn't create it. Started
Nah,
back
there's
in the
a lot
day,
of guys before me.
There is,
Wayne
but you kept it
Corbett's,
going. Wayne Corbett
Deion
kind of the one who
Branches,
started it.
The Wes Welkers,
But
the
you
Troy
brought
Browns.
You brought it to the table.
Slots.
Deion Branch, Troy Brown, Wes Walker, squirrely slot.
Amendola's in there.
He's not Amendola anymore. He's the dancing Amendola.
All right, squirrely dancer slot. All right.
All right.
I'll give you my first, second. You can agree with me, and then I'll give you honorable mention first.
All right.
CeeDee Lamb.
All right.
Or
He's
Amon-Ra
definitely
St.
top 2.
Brown.
All right. I agree with you.
Those are my 2. My honorable
They're 1
mention,
and
which
2.
I'll give the rookie slot dude, all dudes team, is Ladd McConkey. He had a really good year for that team. Like, he made a lot of big catches, and they didn't have much help. He didn't have much help.
He's the only one that stepped up to the table as well as a rookie in that wide receiver room. He's the one that stepped up.
I love Smith and Jigba too for Seattle. He's a fucking baller.
No sophomore
He's
slump.
silky. Hey, we got to also talk about Jacoby Myers. You got to throw him in there. And he's not just a slot, but he eats in the slot.
He keeps the chains going.
I think Jacoby, he can go up and be airborne. He can airborne slot. He can basketball you. And his release game is sick. Amon-Ra St. Brown, I love his blocking. I like his attitude. He had a lot of receptions. He's great with the ball in his hand. I would put him 1, and then I would go CeeDee Lamb 2, honorable mention, Jacoby Myers, Smith and Jigba, rookie, all dude, Ladd McConkey.
I agree with you, brother. I agree with you 100%. I really love that honorable mention. I think this is one of the few where we can mention an honorable mention because Ladd McConkey definitely does deserve it. I loved what he did in the playoffs this year.
I mean, he did it all year. Third down, he was a little machine. And everyone in the stadium knew that this little, guys, they're going at him on third down, and they, continue to not stop him.